What is going on? It's your boy Brandon Combs from the Man Hour. If you have not downloaded Thrive Fantasy yet, I am not sure what you're waiting for. Download Thrive Fantasy on the App Store or Play Store by visiting their website, www.thrivefantasy.com. Sign up and prop up today. Use promo code MANHOUR when you sign up today, and you will receive an instant match bonus up to $50 on your first deposit of $20 or more. That's promo code MANHOUR, thrivefantasy.com.
The Bears taking on the Vikings. So I'm going to ask you this question. I know you're a Bears fan, but how do the Vikings win this game versus the Bears?
Show up.
Show up. Come on, man.
Look, the Bears, despite what you saw from them last week, I think last week was the aberration for the Bears. I don't think that last week's Bears team, what's going on, Wyatt? I don't think last week's Bears team is the team that you're going to see come out against the Minnesota Vikings, and I don't see them winning all three games to get into the playoffs. The Vikings have been much more consistent on the offensive side of the ball over the last 6 or 7 weeks. They've been more consistent on the defensive side of the ball the last 6 or 7 weeks. And yes, they did lose last week to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but that Tampa Bay Buccaneers team is pretty damn good, and they needed that win pretty badly. So it did not surprise me that Tampa Bay took care of business. And it will not surprise me at all when the Minnesota Vikings come and destroy the Chicago Bears this weekend.
So why we are talking about the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Both teams are 6-7 this week, going into week 15, and this is huge playoff implications of this game. The winner has a kind of like a red carpet almost to get into the playoffs, and the loser is probably out. So you are a Packers fan, but tell me how the Bears are going to win this week versus the Minnesota Vikings.
Well, first off, I want to start with Mitchell Trubisky. Actually, hasn't been bad here recently. I'm not saying he's great or an elite quarterback, but he hasn't been playing to that normal stature we're expecting of him throwing picks constantly and just not being great at all. Now, the other thing as well is his weapons have been heating up. Robinson's been hot all year. We've known that. But Montgomery, after a really slow start so far, he has really heated up here toward the end of the season, so that really could help them make a push for it. As well as, this is something we've known for 2 or 3 years now. That pass rush is elite for the Bears. Not just the pass rush, the defense as a whole. 2 years ago was it, Combs? They had more interceptions than they allowed passing touchdowns. That's insane.
Yeah. That secondary is good. The pass rush is good. That offense just is not. And I get that they're coming off of that big game last week, but me as a Bears fan, I've watched them enough this year to know that was the fact that they were playing the Houston Texans that were looking forward to Deshaun Watson's restaurant opening more than they were about being on the field against the Bears. So Deshaun Watson didn't have a Deshaun Watson type game, and 95% of their team is hurt. So that is going to really it's going to give Combs a full chubby.
I was getting ready to pop that up there. Yeah.
But yeah, no, the Bears are not going to win this game, and Mitchell Trubisky is going to throw probably 2 to 3 interceptions.
As Brandon gives us a spoiler alert till the end of the show, to the Pickles Nation. Thanks for checking out that Man Hour clip. You can check out the full episode in the link below in the description, or you can check us live Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. East Coast time on youtube.com/Man Hour. Or you can download the podcast form on Spotify and iHeartRadio as well. Man Hour Nation, stand up.